How do we manifest abundant fortune? Well, this is one of the big questions that people normally have when it comes to metaphysics, particularly feng shui. Stay tuned to find out how you can activate your abundant fortune. So is it possible for us to use metaphysics to manifest abundant fortune? But what really is abundant fortune in the first place, right? Everything in metaphysics seems to be talking about good fortune, good luck, positive outcomes, so on and so forth. So is it possible at all to actually achieve abundant fortune? Well, it starts with the topic of knowing good luck versus bad luck. If you look at most Chinese metaphysics, most of the time they talk about, someone having good luck, there's going to be good destiny, good fortune, or bad fortune. And it seems to be that the general perception of a lot of people who practice feng shui, especially in the West, is that if they just decorate their house with some lucky ornaments, they're going to be lucky, right? Is that really true? It's not true, by the way. Okay, so because if you understand what is called good fortune or abundant fortune, what essentially it means is positive vibration, positive energy. Because life itself, it's about energy in time. Okay, we have a physical body that contains the energy, and we live in a certain period of time. Now, some people will think that we might run out of time. Actually, we didn't run out of time because time just continues, right? Whether you are here or not, we just eventually run out of energy. Okay, so if we can, have our vibration vibrate at a higher level, positive energy happens, and we call that good luck because we attract positive outcomes. So the question is, how do we make sure that vibrationally we can have this sort of energy? Okay, so in metaphysics, there are 4 realms. Okay, there is the heaven, earth, man, and spirit realm. There are 4 realms, and each one has their own vibrational frequency. Okay, so when we talk about feng shui, you've probably heard of this metaphysics tool called feng shui. It's about adjusting the earth realm, the environment. Okay, and if you adjust the environment's energy in such a way, you feel good, you feel positive vibration from the environment. Now, even if you don't believe in feng shui, it's fine. A lot of people, you don't need to believe in energy for energy to work. Okay, so if you go to an environment and you feel good, right? Let's say you live in a house or you work in a place, you just feel that, hey, in this place you click, right? You feel optimistic, you feel pleasant. Then the environment has got good feng shui. Okay, and it makes you feel good, right? So earth energy is a lot to do with our feelings. So even if you don't know feng shui or you don't practice feng shui or don't even believe in feng shui, it's fine. Just check your feelings. How do you feel emotionally? Is it at a state where you're calm? Is it at a state that you are optimistic? Some people like just angry all the time, right? And pissed off everything. They just don't like everything. Then you gotta ask yourself, are you in the right environment? Why is it that you're pissed off all the time? Why is it you're angry all the time? Why is it that you're pessimistic all the time? Well, why are things not working out for you, right? So maybe you want to change the environment. That's earth energy. So when we talk about heaven energy, we're talking about our mental state, our thinking, our thoughts. Even the thoughts need to be healthy. If we can say if we don't like someone's being negative, we can walk away from them, right? We'll just walk away from this negative viewer. But if the negative voice is inside you, how do you walk away from that? How do you walk away from bad memories, right? It's like you're carrying this bag of bad memories wherever you go and referencing it all the time. You're taking out memories from there. And then how would you live a happy life? Now, if you have that sort of bad heaven energy, then you're going to attract bad luck because that sort of thoughts, that sort of mental state will allow you to see only the negative stuff. Like attracts like, right? So if you just change the heaven energy, now some people can do it through maybe psychology or some form of practice or NLP, whatever they do, they can rewire the thinking. But from the metaphysics perspective, they can actually do that through understanding how their thought pattern works and then consciously rewire their thinking. Okay, so there are a few ways, right? So metaphysics way is not the only way to do it, right? When people think, oh, it must silence astrology. Not really, it's just a tool. You don't have to fall in love with the tool. It's just the tool to help us understand, how the thought patterns would work, because certain types of, personality makeup would have that sort of trigger. And if you understand what the triggers are, you are able to rewire the thinking to actually think more or see more positivity. And when you do that, you naturally attract more positive outcome, okay? So the external world will reflect the internal world. So if the internal world from here, heaven luck, it's not so good, you're gonna attract that sort of outcome, okay? So heaven and earth, one's the thoughts, one's the emotion. And then what about man? Heaven, earth, man. So that part is your physical well-being. Do you actually have a physical well-being that is, functioning well, performing at energetically, it's good, you don't feel tired all the time, you can't do this, you can't go on stage, there's fear in your body, right? You cannot talk, when you see other people, you can't even communicate clearly. Well, that means your physical being, it's against your wishes. Imagine that. If your body is against you, right? Some people just, don't feel good all the time. They just feel fearful all the time, or they get sick all the time. Energetically, the physical aspect. Because without the physical, you can't go out and take that action and do something, right? That's why a lot of people will look at heaven, earth, man. Man represents that activities. It also represents that physical being. So that also is a form of energy, okay? And the fourth realm, the fourth component is the spirit energy, that life force itself, the same part of energy that, program the plants, the trees, right? All living things. If this energy force leaves you, you just die, right? So that spirit energy, that same higher intelligence that did all this mother nature programming naturally, right? So that's the spirit form. So you could tap to that. In Chiman, there is a Chiman Sage Path direction or divine direction that you can tap into to enhance this frequency. It's like, imagine it's like the Wi-Fi channel, right? It's like the Wi-Fi signal is stronger. You can log in and your speed, your download and upload speed is faster. So if you could access that, it allows you to gain that inspiration. Because, if you live a life that is inspired, right? You get motivated, you want to do things because you're inspired. If you're not inspired, it's like, I don't know what to do, I don't know what I want, I'm frustrated all the time. Why is it that life is so unfair? Because you're not living an inspired life. So that spirit energy is that inspiration. Some people get inspired, some people see the possibilities, right? That's because they get inspired. So that's spirit energy. So any one of these can enhance so-called good luck or good vibrations. That's how you get abundant fortune. But to truly achieve high levels of abundant fortune on a long-term sustainable basis, then we need to align all four realms, okay? If we align heaven, earth, man, and spirit, align means they're all focused on one singular direction. That's how we achieve abundant fortune, okay? Of course, this takes practice, it takes time, becomes sustainable for a long time. That's why people have to do this cultivation. Some people use feng shui, some people use Pata, some people use Chiman, but you can use your own way. It doesn't necessarily always have to be metaphysics, but in a way, as long as you could align this in your own way, then you achieve abundant fortune. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you'd like to see more of this type of video on metaphysics, go ahead and click on the subscribe button and click on the bell icon and give this video a thumbs up and leave your comments below and tell me what type of videos on metaphysics you would like to see, and I will film a video just for you.